So when we're talking about Build Back Better, it's more than just economic in terms of trying to get more money, but it's also just about being treated fairly and being treated like a human being. When it comes to, for example, when it comes to down ballot races, which I talk about a lot, when your district attorneys and your mayors and who appoint the police chiefs, if we're talking about making sure that black people specifically, and more specifically black men, are treated fairly, then we have to make sure that we are putting people in office that are not racist, that truly have the community at heart. And so when it comes to one of the plans in the Build Back Better plan is to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. Well, and yes, while that would definitely put a lot more money in people's pockets, it's going to be hard when you're sitting here with black men who have a record that they can be expunged from non-criminal offenses, and they can't even get an application to be taken. They can fill out an application, but it's not taken seriously because of their record. And so how can we expunge records from non-criminal offenses in the black community, specifically dealing with black men, so that they can continue to build their lives? Because again, that's time that they can't get back when they've dealt in the criminal justice system. Now, when it comes to, again, just the aspect of people not wanting to live check to check. They want to start saving. They want to have a savings account. They want to be able to send their kids to college. They want to be able to own their first home, because we know that owning a first home is a key essential focus when it comes to building generational wealth and passing something down from one generation to the next. How do I know? My mother lives in the house that once belonged to my great-great-grandmother. And so that example continues to be set. And so those are just some of the things I think, can really help not only build America, but allow people to really get a firm hand on life, that they can finally get ahead. They're not always just having just enough and scraping the bottom of the barrel. They're not having to constantly go through the little crevices of the couch to find change just to be able to put food on the table for their children, but that they are actually able to provide for their families and to provide for their futures. Because again, the American dream, while it can be defined differently by all of us, it's one thing to keep in mind that when it comes to the American dream, as long as you are able to provide for you and your children, and you are able to be a contributing member of society and of course our community, then of course that equates to just strong communities. And so Build Back Better means we right now are really in the ashes, and we need to build back better. And of course, Vice President Biden and Senator Kamala Harris have put forth a plan that will do just that for our nation.